What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. Thank you as ever for stopping by. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you are doing well. On the screen, you'll see the QR code to my niece's Race for Life for Cancer Research UK. If you could scan the QR code, go to site, or it'll be in the description below, the link to it as well. Nobody's under any obligation, but if you can do, I would really, really appreciate it if you could support the cause that she is going for. That would be fantastic for me and for her. So yeah, if you can support it, that would be absolutely great. Also as well, you can see there, it's my little Finalysis guy. I am on Finalysis, all one word, the Leeds Therapy, capital L, capital T, all one word. If you're not on there yet, make sure that you're following me. Get involved with it. It's fan-led. It's a really, really good app, really, really good place to get involved, and you get some good information from there. And it's everything is done via fans. It's not algorithms or bits and pieces and stuff like that. It's all voted for by fans, so it's really interesting to get involved with that. And the last thing that I'm going to plug, I promise the last thing that I'm going to plug, but just up there, you will be able to see the QR code for my TikTok as well. I know for some people, TikTok is a little bit down with the kids kind of thing, but I am also on TikTok as well. I am pushing towards 3,000 followers on there. So if you could give that a follow for me, that would be great as well. I would, like I said, I would really, really appreciate that. Today's video, there's not loads. I'm not a news channel, so it's difficult for me to give loads and loads of information out on a regular basis. But what I thought I would do would be to just give a little bit of information on players that we are potentially linked with, or that there is a good chance that we could be looking at for the summer period in terms of what we're doing, and just whether or not they are sensible or if it's not going to happen. So the first one that I do want to actually start with is Ladislav Krejčí, the Wolves player, newly decided just Wolves player. By the way, what a basket club Wolves are. Jesus, getting rid of Rob Edwards and then bringing in that new guy, and now it would appear that all of the players for Wolves, particularly like Kieran Trippier and Jimenez, particularly considering that Rob Edwards was in Jimenez's announcement video, they're all pretty peeved at the fact that Rob Edwards has gone, and according to sources, Kieran Trippier is thinking about cancelling his move to Wolves, which is just, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. They are, without a shadow of a doubt, a basket case of a club. In my humble opinion, an absolute basket case of a club, but it is what it is. So we are looking at Ladislav Krejčí. I say we are looking at Ladislav Krejčí. We have been linked, various reports, we've been linked with Krejčí. He's 27 years old. He is currently at the World Cup as well. He's just scored a goal at the World Cup. In the qualifiers, he did 15 games, scored 8 goals in that, and has done very, very well. So he is a potential, but if we were to be looking at him, that would, for me, signal that Struijk would be moving on. It would be looking at that we would be looking to disappear. I say disappear to sell Struijk in this window, because they're essentially, in terms of profile of player, they're the same sort of player, left-footed centre-back, that type of thing. And I wouldn't think that Krejčí would be coming in to be a backup to, or he would want to come in as a backup to Struijk. The issue is going to be in and around a fee if we do look at it, because Wolves are going to want to recoup all of the money that they want. They seem to have forgotten that they have gone down into the Championship, and that means that in terms of money that they could get for a player, that's going to be massively reduced. So Krejčí is one of the ones that we could be looking at. He fits the profile for us as well. 27 years old, height-wise 1.91 metres, decent-sized player as well. When he was at Leeds, I thought he was the one player, when he was playing for us, he was the one player that did look decent against us, and he's had a very, very good start to the World Cup as well. Next player that I want to talk about is Sameh Diamand. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. So, excuse me, he's an Ivory Coast player. He is 22 years old, so he's very, very young. His height is 1.9 in terms of metres, so he's a big lad, a very, very good defender. Now, there are consistent reports in and around everywhere that Leeds are looking at targeting him as a player. It's come via Team Talk, it's come via various other sources that we are potentially looking at him. Do I think this would happen? My initial reaction for something like this would be, it would be highly unlikely, purely because of the fee that he would actually command. So he would command a 40 million plus fee. He is a very, very, very sought after, very, very, very good player. And like I said, there's links to him, but it's whether or not they're credible links to him. There is information that he's already agreed terms. I don't think that is going to be the case at all. Like I said, you've got various sites that are reporting that we're actually looking at him. So you've got Team Talk, you've got Round Table, you've got Give Me Sport, you've got One Football, you've got Caught Offside, that are all saying that we are very, very keen on bringing him to Leeds United. Now, for me, I don't think it's a serious interest. The money side of it, massively. I don't think it's a serious interest purely because of the money side of it. But it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the summer in terms of players that we do look to go for. So it's one that I would very, very much put that in the far-fetched side of things. And then the last player that I want to have a quick chat about, we've all talked about him previously, but the reason being there's a good chance that we could get this guy in a freeze, Harry Wilson. So, Welsh attacker, very much of the profile that we're looking for. He's 29 years old, he'd be on a free. He is that left-footed, right-side attacker that we would look to get. Somebody that could potentially play in the number 10 role as well. Phenomenal season last season. Jer said that he wasn't overly enamoured with him at the beginning of the season, and then Wilson goes on to have probably one of the best seasons of his career. For me, it'd be a signing that I would love to make. Genuinely, I'd love to make that signing. He fits the profile of what we're looking for in terms of attacking players. He also, like I said, from a free, we could afford a little bit more from a wages point of view. It would make sense from a point of view as well as that he would come and join his Welsh brothers. So Carl Darlow, who we're looking at offering an extension to. You're looking at Ethan Ampadu, you're looking at Joe Rodon, you're looking at Dan James as well. So there are players there where it would make sense in terms of him coming to the team. It would make... For me, it would make absolute sense. And again, you've got various newspaper outlets that are commenting on it, that have made comment on it, that have said, yeah, it's looking at likely that it could potentially happen. Again, for me, it's the one that is probably the strongest link because it's the one that's the most consistent link. It's the one where the club have gone completely silent on it. It's also as well important to note that, depending on who you believe, that he was ready to step on the plane to come to Leeds and that he was pretty much signed, sealed and delivered for Leeds up until the point where Fulham pulled the plug at like the 11th hour. So it looks... There's probably decent, strong potential with that one. We'll just have to wait and see how it materialises and how it happens. We know that there's Aston Villa in the background as well, and there's talk of Aston Villa getting rid of Emi Buendia this season. But if they get rid of Emi Buendia, they're potentially looking at a goalkeeper. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all ramps up, especially given the fact that it all starts Monday this week. What we on? It is the 12th today, so it'll be the 13th, 14th, Monday. The 15th of June is when the transfer window will open. So hopefully it'll go into silly season and then it'll be very, very interesting to see how that actually goes. If I'm looking at it from my point of view in terms of what I would like to see Leeds do in the summer, I've kind of briefly mentioned this before, but I would like a number 9 to come in. Somebody that sits in between Calvert-Lewin and also Metcher as well. I'd like to see an attacking right winger come in. So a Harry Wilson would be absolutely perfect. I'd love to see a number 10 come in. I'd love to see a left-back cover come in. I'd love to see a left-sided central defender to come in as well. So, I think that's 5 or 6 players that I would like to see in. I don't see it being that we're going to that it's going to be a massive overhaul like we would normally do, or that you think about like we had at the start of last season. I think the core of the squad is very, very good. We just need to raise the level in certain areas of the squad to help us make that sort of next step to the next level. That's kind of where my head is, and that's what I think will hopefully happen. That's going to do it for this one, guys. Just wanted to talk on 3 players that we've been linked with on a regular basis. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Who would you like to see come? What would you like to see in terms of players that are coming in? What do you think to the players that I've mentioned? Again, I'm not saying, this isn't me going, this is definitely going to happen. This is just me saying, these are the people that we've been linked with. This is my opinion. Let me know what you think. So yeah, don't take my word as read. I'm not an ITK in any way, shape or form. Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Make sure that you're commenting down below for me. Make sure you're liking the video. If you are listening to the audio version of this, just make sure that you are liking that for me as well. That would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget, Race for Life, QR code there, link on the screen. And that's pretty much all that I've got for today, guys. Take care of each other. Most importantly, please take care of yourself. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Much love. Cheers.